And embracing your identity is one of the difficult things to do, but it is one of the greatest things that liberates you. Because your mind is clear. You are not on a daily basis burdened by, do I belong? Do I look the part? In your difference is your agency. So if you need to look like who you are, look like who you are, but present yourself in a way that is empowering, that is respectful, that, generates respect for you and generates acceptance from you, because again, you are more than how you look. But how you look is a window to what more you can contribute to. And in a society that is very discriminative, you must prove who you are. But to prove that, sometimes you must accept the image you need to present. I also make this statement that when I was to start television, I knew that it was going to be a huge responsibility on my shoulders, because it didn't help that my name was Shamima Muslim. And so when people hear Muslim, especially our Muslim communities and our imams and the Muslim Ummah, they would expect a certain representation of, Muslim on TV. So I spoke to the MD of Metro Television at the time that if I'm going to do, I was not covering fully, and that's the truth of the matter. But I will cover on Fridays, throughout Ramadan I'll cover, but I was not a full hijabi then. So I told him that if I'm coming to go on TV, then I would want to embrace full hijab. And he's a Muslim, though. But they came back to say that, no, the program was a secular program and, they don't want to encourage. I didn't know what that means, because if we say we're a country where there should be non-discrimination on the basis of your faith, that's your religion, your culture, why should it be a problem if I wanted to come on television with a veil on? Because it is an intrinsic part of my identity. Cut the long story short, I was not allowed to come on TV with the veil. So I had to have a sit down with my father. What's the implication? Because he also thought that if I was going to do TV, I should come on. But I said, well, I haven't seen Muslim women do these kinds of programs before, so maybe it is time for me to make a case that we have the capacity to do it, then prove myself. And after I make my name, I can behave and wear whatever I want to wear, because nobody then would question my capacity or competence to deliver. And sometimes when you do things with the right intent and motive, with the right niyat, know that Allah Himself will elevate you. And all of you today know that because of that singular decision, many young Muslim voices and ladies have gone into the field of journalism, because all of a sudden they saw somebody with a shared experience as them on air, on radio, speaking politics, speaking current affairs, and I think that a lot of new stories emerged from that particular decision. But I'll tell you that even after I justified myself and I went off after I had my children, I went off the media for like a decade. In the time that I was home caring for my children and doing other things, I got a call from one major TV station in Accra. And that TV station, they wanted me to come and start a new Saturday current affairs. At that time, I had embraced hijab fully. So I said, well, now I do full hijab. So if that will be a problem, I can do it. They said, oh, it won't be a problem. After several meetings, after contracts were exchanged, I was called again into a discussion with the CEO of this media house. And the question was, will I reconsider my stance on wearing a veil? I said, I thought we had even crossed. This is after I had hosted Eyewitness News and made Eyewitness News the #1 top news current affairs program, an award-winning program. After I had proved my competence, still, there were these barriers within our society. So guess what? They were not happy for me to do the program. Even when I made a compromise that if it meant just even scarfing without a veil, I'd make that compromise. It was not accepted. Today, I'm happy to announce that that TV station today have Muslim women who are at least allowed to scarf on their screens. That is progress. Progress will not be transformational. It will take you and I making tiny sacrificial steps and pushing the boundaries for it to become the norm, that you're accepted in whoever you are and you are accepted into various platforms and you are able to contribute more than just your image, and that your image should not be a barrier to your participation.